Capricorn. It's umomgtarot, and this is your someone secretly talking about you tarot card reading. Let's have a look and see what's going on this time. And if you'd like your own personal reading, please check out the description. There's a link to my website, and here we go. All right, who is secretly talking about our dear friends, the Capricorns? First card coming up is the Pisces. Oh, okay, very sensitive, very emotional little water signs doing some talking. Okay, the energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. Pisces, look at you with that sensitive energy, talking about a Capricorn, possibly inspired by your natural routine and structure and willpower. And Pisces, they kind of have a deficit of that, a little bit of that, just a tiny bit. And so, okay, they're really sensitive, and you're a little no nonsense. And so they might be talking about that little discrepancy there. Your next card is Capricorn. Your own energy. This person is mirroring some aspects of yourself. The energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. Cautious ambition. I like it. It's very status-based. Let me do it because it's a good look. Let me work towards a goal. Let me plan out the goal. Okay, so this person might be involved, have some sensitivity with you as far as business goes. It could be part of, yes, just doing business or working together. Any of that business energy, planning, could be event planning, but it's about conducting business. And so this person might be very sensitive in some areas. So let's keep going. Your final card here is Leo, and the energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. So then now we have some ego coming in, and so now we have the sensitivity, and then now we have the ego being protective of itself. And with Capricorn, how things look again are what matter most, and that's usually appealing to Leos as well, because they want to get hype. You know, they want to be excited and thrilled about things, and Capricorn likes that energy. They like the look of a Leo. You know, there's some vibing in there, so naturally this person's gonna have charisma, tenacity, but also a plan. They're gonna have some boundaries to them, some really clear-cut boundaries, and this person's also very vulnerable and sensitive in some areas. So let's see what they're talking about you. Like, why? Well, for what? You seem like an ambitious person who could crumble at hurt feelings and need to get the ego refluffed up. Like, you seem like you could be vulnerable in that area, but business is business at the end of the day. So let us see what they're talking about when it comes to you, Capricorn. The Emperor, we're talking about leadership. They may be discussing your leadership ability relative to their leadership ability, because I feel like it's on the brain when we're looking at Leo and Capricorn. Emperor is also associated with Aries, who is a leader in his own right. They're a starter, they're initiator, they're just as ambitious as Capricorn, but it's expressed way more impulsively. So this person could be talking about your leadership style when it comes to business, or your level of initiative. The next card we have here is the Sun, and the Sun is in reverse, so that's more fiery energy. That's associated with Leo, and now we know that the ego may be a point of contention in the spread. The Sun energy is giving us that vitality and excitement for life, but it's in reverse. So I feel like the leadership thing, and there might be like a lack of drive, or fumbling because of the ego, or maybe like failure to start something quick enough. Maybe inhibited. You're not as excited as you used to be. They could be discussing that, some sort of reason for a little hiccup in the energy levels. Hey, maybe you just didn't have coffee. Right now, okay, so there seems to be some deception or wearing a false mask. Maybe you're not as, vibrant as you let on. Maybe you're wearing a false mask. Maybe you're wearing a survival facial exterior for the public. Maybe you're a closeted introvert and you come off as an extrovert, and somebody can see the energy dip. But the Seven of Swords indicates that they think that you're either being fake, or there's more to you than meets the eye, and you're not really showing that. And why do they care about that? Because again, I feel like it's like maybe this person could be in a position of power. Capricorn is usually very high level. So maybe they could be looking for that leadership quality and assessing it, seeing if you can place your ego aside, or if they're really dealing with the real you. Like, let's say if you're kind of like expressing in like living in your ego, a lot of people can see that more than the person. Wait, hold up one sec. It was really intense for no reason. I felt like that was excessive. I'm really sorry. I just know that if I paused it, I would never come back to editing it back together. So I apologize. I apologize, even though I know it's lies. All right. Okay. We got that in sevens. We got them fours. We got them sevens. And your next card. So you have to reshuffle. Give it a little elbow grease. We have the Knight of Coins. Hey, it's looking more like somebody trying to assess whether or not you're ready for a new opportunity, trying to assess whether or not they want to reach out with that opportunity. That's rather interesting. That's knowing kind of what they're dealing with, but not knowing fully what they're dealing with. So, that's not really a bad thing. But you know what? It would be a bad thing. It would be a bad thing if you were off your game one week and that was the week that they were observing you. But there's your warning if that's the case. Okay, so then we have the Moon card, more Pisces energy. So I see the duplications. I see the replicas. I see the Pisces, Leo, giving us that in the spread, and the astrology oracle, and also 3 major arcana is not bad. Not bad. That means bigger themes are going in here. So I feel like their actions may be minor, but the overall what their intention is probably bigger than you could anticipate. And I feel like it's just like a new opportunity coming towards you, but it's just unclear of how they perceive you, if they have a clear perception of you. And this is further showing because of let's say you had some outbursts, maybe it's some temperamental moments, something could have happened. But I feel like let's hope that it's not discussion of whether or not you drunk at work. You good? One second. Okay. Sorry. So, I feel like there's a lot of random things happening right now. Very chaotic energy for this reading. So, the Moon being in reverse, like I was saying, mind altering, drugs, alcohol, you know what it is. Yeah, I gotta charge my Roomba. Wow, very distracting reading, and that's usually chaotic energy coming from Mars and the Emperor right there. You started off like that, you want to finish it like that, okay, do that. But I feel like this person is generally talking about you because they either are trying to get to know you better, trying to bob and weave through your hidden personality to figure out where they can maybe even pump you up, power you up, empower you, figure out what your strengths are. So don't look at it as, I'm nervous, I'm anxious, I have anxiety, or what do you want? Maybe it's like this person's trying to go beyond the surface level of the relationship, or see you a little bit more in depth. So if you get an invite and you're like, solemn dignified lunch, brunch, or whatever, and you're like, oh no, I can't come that day, it's like, no, this is an attempt to know you better and try to position you for new opportunities. I'm just trying to clear up their distorted perception of you. I'm not saying it's all drugs and alcohol or whatever, but again, it's just showing so much of wearing a false mask, unclear perception of you, that they just, whoever this is, and if it is the Emperor, this person is able to make things happen, take action. So it's impressing a high level person when you're not even manager. You want to impress this person because they'll vouch for you. They have the power to make things happen. And we see a lot of we see the Leo, the lion with the crown. You think of Lion King. Oh, I know. And we have the Emperor here. And so it just feels like a hierarchy thing. And this person being able to offer you something, or have your supervisor offer you something. I feel like the opportunity is kind of with hesitation and with a need to assess the ego, when a need to assess maybe you in situations that are high pressured, or Leo type situations where you need to be resourceful, you need to be creative, you need to think on your toes. Maybe they're trying to see that and you don't know that because they're not trying to be all up in your face and be like, I'm testing you right now. Of course, Capricorns always stay ready because you guys test people yourselves. You want to see people operating on their own accord and see what they'll do on their own, and get people in positions where they can be successful. I feel like this is what's coming towards you. All right, so there it is. That is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment, share the video, and if you'd like your own personal reading, please check out the description. There's a link to my website as well as a link to my Etsy shop, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.